Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Eldora for race number 11 on the NRSL Asus Republic of Gamers Truck Series. Heading into tonight's race, we've had a total of 10 different winners. Three of those winners are outside the top 25 in points. 2 are in the bubble zone. On the pole for heat number 1 for 10 laps of racing is Martin Suarez. Beside him will be Chandler Caudle. Row 2 will be Philip Goldberg and Keith Rich. Row 3 will be Matt Thesian and LJ Toledo, which I think I keep saying his name wrong. Sethan, I don't know. Row 4 is Tony Green and Zach Rogers. Row 5 is Chris Dodd and Eric Benson, your points leader. Row 6, James Qualls and Nick Smith with Julius Anderson in the final row. This is a hometown race for Philip Goldberg and Nick Smith, so they are both in this heat race. Points leader Eric Benson is in this race with Tony Green, who is 44 points behind him in the points in this race. Those are the 2 drivers in the top 5 in this heat. As I mentioned, Dylan Young and Wade Brummer are in the bubble zone. We'll get to those guys in a minute. Let's hear the command to start engines.
If you love NASCAR as much as I do, get on your feet and help me start this race. Gentlemen, start your engine!
You ready? Radio check, weather trying to burn. Yo, engine radio check. I fired up.
As we get ready to go green, Dylan Young with 1 win, 14 points above 26 in points. Wade Brummer 10 points above 26 in points. Both those guys have gained ground as the green flag is out in heat number 1 for 10 laps of racing. Suarez fighting hard on the bottom, but Caudle trying to fight back on the top side. Sliding up Philip Goldberg, trying to move his way into second. The top 8 will advance to the main as we watch the battle for the lead between Martin Suarez and hometown driver Philip Goldberg. Let's take a look back. Thiessen into third, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Here is 8th place driver right now, James Qualls. Here comes Zach Rogers on the bottom. Keith Rich might be falling back to that 8th spot. He falls back to 8th. Now Zach Rogers is going to be looking for that 8th spot, and that'll move him up to 8th. Your drivers outside the top 25 in points are Adam Samsel, 1 point back, Matt Thiessen, 3 points back, and John Arndt, 58 points back. As now Zach Rogers will move into 7th, trying to pass James Qualls, and he completes the pass. Battle for second place as Matt Thiessen will move by Philip Goldberg. Martin Suarez pulling away with this race lead. A heat win does not get you any bonus points. If you fail to make the main, it is only going to give you 31st place points. As now Eric Benson to the inside of James Qualls. He ran a 17.934 last time by. That's the fastest lap of the race, so Benson out here with a strong race car as he will move up to 8th. There's your other hometown driver, Nick Smith. He's trying to make his way up through the field. Not much time left. He's got to get by Qualls and one more driver as Chris Dodd has been passed by Chandler Caudle for 5th. Meanwhile, Martin Suarez does pull away. Trying to be careful here. These guys know they're in good strides here. 2 to go. Benson in 8th. Trying to hang on. Nick Smith trying to find some way to close back up. As Benson closes in on Zach Rogers, we're going to get the white flag. As Caudle now passes Tony Green for 4th. 4th. Checkered flag will be out. Martin Suarez will win Heat 1. And it looks like, oh, Benson messed up the final corner. Qualls with the last help, can't quite get there. So Eric Benson transfers in on the final spot. So Martin Suarez, Matt Thesian, Philip Goldberg, Chandler Caudle, Tony Green, Chris Dodd, Zach Rogers, and Eric Benson will advance to the main. So they're going around a little longer. That is Heat 1. I will see you guys for Heat 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at Eldora for Heat number 2. About to receive the command in a bit. Zach Flickinger and Edwin Mendez are in this duel. Flickinger second in points with a win, 11 behind Eric Benson entering this event. Mendez with a win, 45 points behind Eric Benson entering this event. Get to your starting lineup in a minute. Let's have the track command the fire engines. The command was given Alexander Rowe, Charles Sanford, James Shelley, Philip Parker, Zachary Fitzwater, Zach Flickinger, Danny Jones, Joshua Sekuli, Edwin Mendez, Jonathan Zorlin, Johnny Gardner, Marty Johnson, and John Arndt. That is your starting lineup as we are green. Alexander Rowe with a good jump. Charles Sanford falling back as James Shelley moves up to second. Ooh, 3 wide back here between Sekuli, Zorlin, and Marty Johnson. And great racing here. Where is our 8th spot? I don't know how that matters right now. We're getting some more fierce battles. Now, the leader of Heat 1 was able to pull away after a battle for second place occurred. Joshua Sekuli has fallen to 13th. Charles Sanford has fallen, and he will fall out of 8th to Marty Johnson, who was on the bottom of that 3 wide a couple laps ago. So Marty Johnson moves up to 8th place currently in the final transfer spot. But Edwin Mendez is stuck on that high line as John Arndt is trying to make his way into the main to gain some points. That 05 team has a win, but they need to get going. Now Mendez falls to 8th, just in front of Jonathan Zorlin. Mendez has a good stand in points and has that win. That could really help them. Marty Johnson still trying to find a way around John Arndt. And now he makes a move. He's going for 6th place. And he'll take it from Arndt. So Arndt now getting a little hectic here with Edwin Mendez as there's 3 laps to go. And battle for the lead between Rowe and James Shelley. They'll hit 2 to go. Shelley running a bit of a lower line. He's trying to get there. He's got 2 laps left to do it. Zorlin now falling back. Arndt sits in 8th. Zach Flickinger is up to 9th. He's second in points with a win. Arndt trying to get under Edwin Mendez. White flag is out. Does James Shelley have a shot at Alexander Rowe? He pulled away last time by. Final corner. It looks like it was going to get close. Shelley with a last-ditch effort. Can't quite get there. Alexander Rowe wins. And Mendez gets 8th place. Barely over Zach Flickinger. So Mendez, Danny Jones, John Arndt, Marty Johnson, Zachary Fitzwater, Johnny Gardner, Alexander Rowe, and James Shelley will advance to the main. Zach Flickinger, Joshua Sekuli, Jonathan Zorlin, Charles Sanford, who started second, and Philip Parker. They will all head to the LCQ. So that was heat number 2. Kind of more interesting racing than heat 1. But with that settled, I will see you guys for heat 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, one last time for heat number 3 here tonight. Tomorrow night will be the LCQ and the main. Or later tonight, I should say, as the lights are on early here. But here's your starting lineup for heat 3. Emmanuel Hartnett, Quentin Moore in row 1. JT Bryant, Kev Shearer in row 2. Dylan Young, Adam Sampson, row 3. Colin Denton, Tyler Merkel, row 4. Grayson Ace, Vito Wade, Romer, row 5. With Henry Williams and Dejon Weeks in row 6. And Eli Bright rounding out the field. Third in points, Tyler Merkel in this race, 29 points. Behind points leader Eric Benson without a win. So I'd just like to say that you will see the LCQ and the main later tonight. It's darker out than usual because it's a bit cloudy. But as we get ready to go green here in the final heat race, who will make it into the main? Who will go to the last chance qualifier? Green flag is out so far. We had a Ford win heat 1 and a Chevy win heat 2. Can a Toyota look inside leading the dominating line? They will get to start down there. Second place will round the outside rows. And then so on. The rest of the rows will be third, fourth, and so on. It'll be like real life. But, yeah, so the top 2 finishers in each heat will be 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Then it'll go 7, 8, 9 for the third place cars and so on like that. That's how it'll go. The LCQ drivers will also follow that with the heat, and they'll be starting in the back. So I will see you guys for the LCQ. Top 6 from that race will make it in. So I will see you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the last chance qualifier here at Eldora Raceway for 20 laps of racing. The top 6 will make it into the main race, going for points, laps led, and a win to make the chase. The 9 drivers that fail to make the main will receive points. They will get 31st place points, which is about 3 is 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. They will receive 12 points each down the board, so it's not like they're getting nothing. Anyway, let's go through the starting lineup for this last chance qualifier. Wade Brummer, one of those guys in the bubble spot. Adam Samsel, one of the guys outside the top 25. They need to make it in. They are, one's on the bubble, one's outside of it. 2 winners from the season. They start on the front row. Keith Rich and LJ Toledo will start in row number 2. Zach Flickinger and James Qualls in row 3. Flickinger with a win, second in points. Doesn't really have to worry that much if he misses this event. Nick Smith, one of the hometown boys, and Eli Bright will start in row 4. Henry Williams and Joshua Sakuli will start in row 5. Jonathan Zorlin and Julius Anderson start in row 6. Philip Parker and Tyler Merkel in row 7, with Charles Sanford in row 8 by himself. Merkel kind of needs to worry a bit. He is in the top 5 in points, but he does not have a win. He needs to make it into the show. He did not have a good race in his heat. We'll see what happens, but let's go trackside for the command of fire engines.
Are you ready? Gentlemen, start your engines! Farno.
As the trucks roll off, which 9 drivers won't make the race? We've had great racing in each heat race, each better than the last. How will the track fare with 2 extra trucks? How will it fare when we have 30? Let's find out. Green flag is out. 20 laps around Eldora. The main is 50 laps long. Wade Brummer leads them into turn 1 and turn 3. And he is your leader right now. The big question is 6th place as Keith Rich moves up to 2nd. Is there any big battling going on back here? You can see Tyler Merkel's just hanging out in the back. Trucks moving around, dicing around everywhere. Nick Smith, the hometown boy, he's up to 4th. The other hometown boy, Philip Goldberg's already in the race. Keith Rich closing in on the back of Wade Brummer. He wants this race lead, wants to make it in with his bro Danny Jones. There's 4th, 5th place Henry Williams passing Samsel. Now Samsel under fire for that last spot by Eli Bright. Philip Parker following the 0-8 as Eli Bright takes 6th place, coming to lap number 5. James Qualls a bit out of work. Tyler Merkel now going to start his move through the field. Oh! And Sanford and Toledo made contact and almost wrecked it. They were going towards the wall off the corner, and these races do not have cautions. Now the main event will have yellow flags, but not these LCQs and heats. Excuse me. 6 laps down, 14 to go, as Toledo moves up to 8th place. Here's the battle for 6th, as Eli Bright passes Henry Williams for 5th. More battles up here as Keith Rich has moved into the lead. Nick Smith going for 3rd on Flickinger. Now he'll look for 2nd on Wade Brummer. As we head to the back of the field, trying to find how's that battle for 6th place going. Henry Williams says, I don't want to be in 6th. Philip Parker, really the only one close by, as Eli Bright botches turn 1. Williams side by side with the 08 again. Parker lies in wait. Sanford trying to close the gap. Eli Bright will fall back to 6. Parker now right there in striking position. We're coming to finish lap 10 as they catch Zach Flickinger, who sits in 4th. He does not want to see these trucks catching him. Bright already back to the bottom, looking under Henry Williams, trying to get out of that danger zone. Brummer and Smith battle continuously for 2nd place. Keith Rich loving this. He's pulling away in the lead. As Brummer will complete the pass back for 2nd place on Nick Smith. This is great battling going on here at Eldora. The Cup Series heads to Island Rally later in the regular season, then to Springfield in the chase. That should be fun as Henry Williams makes the pass for 4th on Zach Flickinger. Excuse me. I'm working in warehouse all day. My throat's all fudged up. Now Eli Bright's looking for 5th. Flickinger does not need this. He knows he doesn't have to make the race, but he doesn't want to miss it either. Charles Sanford got by LJ Toledo for 8th place. Now he's trying to catch Philip Parker as quickly as he can. Wade Brummer on the move, trying to catch back up to Keith Rich for this win. Sanford stuck now as Toledo makes a move back to his bottom. Bright holds on to 6th place right now. Flickinger pulled away a lot that last lap, but now that ground's gone. Brummer continues to close in on Keith Rich. He is flooring it into these corners. Here comes Wade Brummer with 4 to go. This could become a heated battle for this LCQ win, because it does mean a starting spot on the inside line, starting in 25th versus starting in 26th. Brummer does not want to start in 26th. 3 to go. Zach Flickinger has fallen to 6th place, and here comes Philip Parker for the final transfer spot. Sanford and Toledo have been battling for too long. They've lost ground. Parker moves up to 6th place. Ooh, he got really loose off the corner. Can't Flickinger strike back? We head back to the battle for the lead. Here comes Wade Brummer. To the bottom. He's looking. Ooh, he gets loose. White flag in the air. That might be it. Wade Brummer's not giving up just yet. One more corner for Brummer. Can he get there? It doesn't look like he'll have enough time. Keith Rich will win the last chance qualifier. And Philip Parker comes home in 6th. The same thing that happened in his heat race. Flickinger, 1 spot too far back. Parker, Bright, Henry Williams, Nick Smith, Wade Brummer, and Keith Rich will advance to the main event. I will see you guys for the main here in about an hour for 50 laps of fun here at Eldora. It's gonna be a blast.